Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the Harcourt's Holmwood Auction Room. My name is Kyle Siebert. I'm one of three auctioneers working with you today. My colleagues Daniel Pengelly and Bridget Andrews at your service on behalf of our Managing Director and just yesterday afternoon, first time grandpa Tony Jenkins. I think a round of applause on the new arrival. He looks pretty fresh for a granddad. And our CEO, Kyle Sutherland, already a granddad, actually. Look, on behalf of the team here, it's great to have you with us. Thank you to those joining us at holmwood.co.nz, our regular listeners, Rusty Andrews, Mark McGoldrick, and others tuning in every week. Can we just get the aircon just down one tick? Ladies and gentlemen, the first thing we do on a Wednesday morning is to thank and acknowledge our property owners who are here with us today. We certainly appreciate and respect the fact that you've got choice when it comes time to list your property. We are delighted that you've chosen to list with Holmwood, and we wish you the very, very best here today. To the bidders and the buyers, we extend a similar sentiment. You know, this is a great place to buy real estate. It is cash, it is transparent. Most importantly, it is unconditional. And I say that's important because, of course, if we don't sell property here in the auction room, we pass property in. You do lose that window of opportunity. We then have to offer the property to the wider market. That includes those buyers in conditional situations. My colleagues will confirm that competing with conditional interest is never ideal, so we would encourage you in your bidding. Now, the team is here ready to assist you in that endeavour. This is Chris Kilkelly, our Island 2 branch manager, sales manager and auction bid taker today, or note taker, I should say. This is Hayden Broadbelt, Fendleton branch manager, business owner and auction floor manager. These gentlemen wear plenty of hats, bidders and buyers. They are very, very good help if you have questions about paperwork, if you need assistance with strategy, with your bidding, anything at all, please don't hesitate to sing out to them. Now, in just a short moment, I'm going to offer you a wonderful catalogue of real estate. In the case of each of those properties, the listing agent will have furnished you with the necessary documentation in your preparation. That includes the auction contract, and on the front page of that contract, there is a conduct of auction. Those are the rules by which we operate here in the auction room. They are very straightforward and easy to understand, but I can see some nervous faces here in the room. So to make sure you are very, very clear as to how we operate here in the auction room, we're going to go through the conduct briefly now. In the case of each property, the vendor will have provided us with a confidential reserve price. Subject to that reserve price being reached or breached, the highest bidder whose bid we accept will be the lucky new owner. If the bidding doesn't quite reach that reserve price, that's not the end of the auction. Our practice here at Holmwood is to pause. We move into one of our meeting rooms with the highest bid and we offer that person the opportunity to purchase the property. Now, sometimes this is very important during that discussion outside of the room. Our sellers may say to us, look, Kyle or Bridget or Dan, we are happy with this negotiated price. We'd like to withdraw the property from the auction and sell it outside of the room, and that is without disclosing their reserve price to you, the bidders at large. So that is a vendor's prerogative, but it can be very disappointing for those who remain here in the room with interest. My advice to you, and I know it sounds convenient coming from an auctioneer, but simply make sure you hold the highest bid at all times. All right, as auctioneers, we can nominate the increments by which the bidding is raised. We can refuse bids if we feel they're not in the best interests of our owners. If there's a disputed bid, no fights, please. We'll just go back to the last undisputed bid. And if any of our licensed colleagues, you'll see them usually along the wall. If they're bidding on behalf of clients, we will do our very best to point them out to you. Now, you might hear the phrase vendor bid today, ladies and gentlemen. A vendor bid is a bid placed by the auctioneer on behalf of an owner. It is used to keep things ticking along in the early stages of the auction. Please be very assured it is always well below the reserve price and it is always clearly identified to you. That is our obligation. You will hear it referred to as a vendor bid. You can bid against those bids with confidence. All right, I think, oh, hang on, one more very important bit of information. If you are that lucky last bidder, of course, you sign the contract, pay a 10% deposit unless otherwise agreed, and in signing that document, you are acknowledging you've received a copy of the approved REA guide. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's the boring admin out of the way. I wish you the very, very best with your endeavours here today. Best of luck. Anything at all, sing out to these two gentlemen. We go now to the number one marble. It was drawn by Marie Sherry from our Island 2 office, a wonderful operator. She has been very prevalent really through the Ilam area, and her latest offering is 32 Roundtree Street in Ilam on behalf of the most wonderful family after many, many happy years at this address. Is it quite 40? Just about, isn't it? So 4 decades just about, bidders and buyers, of very happy memories. It is the most gorgeous home. If you've been there, you will feel and understand the feeling, the atmosphere in this home home. It just feels so well loved. It feels absolutely maintained to within an inch of its life. It's super sunny. Look, I'll go on about the property a little bit more in a minute, but the contract describes the freehold title, a whopping 827 square metres more or less. There is a developer interest or developer option that will underpin your value here, bidders and buyers. Perhaps that's your vision. That is your choice. But if you choose to move into this gorgeous home, it will be on the 28th of August 2026, unless otherwise agreed in writing. It is Lot 1, Deposit Plan 19482. And I have to say, Marie, it's got a great configuration. They really don't build them like this anymore, bidders and buyers. Wonderful construction at that time, and again, it's just been maintained so beautifully. If you'd met our owners, you'd understand why. These are fastidious people. These are lovely people to buy real estate from, and I have to say, what a gorgeous setting in this neck of the woods, so convenient too. It's a pretty popular university, University of Canterbury, some of the best rice balls and eateries, and of course, Christchurch's most popular shopping precinct. It's all on your doorstep. Gosh, I've gone on forever, haven't I? Let's just get underway here at 32 Roundtree Street, bidders and buyers. I open the bidding at $700,000 on behalf of my owners. I seek an advance of $50,000. Don't let me limit you. But at $700,000, the bid is with me. First call at $700,000. Where to from here is there 50. Second call at $700,000. A nice and easy $50,000. Try 100 if you prefer. I won't complain. Third and final call at $700,000. I was hoping for a bit more than that. If it's not your $50,000, it'll be mine. And I'm afraid to say I don't think I'm good for it, bidders and buyers, but I will vendor bid. Is there $750? All right, then a vendor bid at $750,000. First bidder, statistically, very often the winner, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe that encouraged you. Amanda, I didn't hear you. 800,000. Fabulous bid at 800,000, and we're off to the races, bidders and buyers. My licensed colleague on behalf of a client there at 800,000 is the 850. Once called, 25 you might like to try. I'll accept if you will offer it. Second call at 800,000 now. Where to from here? Third and final call at $800,000. Great schools, great tertiary education options, lovely shopping, excellent arterial routes. Public transport is a breeze in this area. Their letterbox has remained untouched, I have been told, over 40 years. Don't believe the rumours. These students, they just stay indoors and watch Netflix these days, bidders and buyers. It's such a lovely area. Where was that? 900,000, that's Ben Donaldson's. He's sick of hearing me talk, and so he thought, let's get things moving along at 900,000. Nice to see you, a good auctioneer in his own right there at 950. All right there, friendly fire there, Ben. You know your opponent well there at 950. She knows the value. Where to? Oh, another good auctioneer here. Right at the front, nice to see you there at $950,000. Going once, twice at $950,000. Whether you are renovating, whether you are rebuilding, whether you are developing, look, options are endless at this address, bidders and buyers. We are under $1 million. The people watching this in Auckland are weeping at these values, this amount of land. Ladies and gentlemen, should be easy bidding. Is there 25,000 or maybe a nice 10,000? Try your luck, bidders and buyers, at 950. A mil, even better. Nice to see you. He checks his watch. That was your bid there at $1 million. What are we doing there, sir? What's the response? What's the retort? Enter the fray. Is it 10,000? At $1 million I have against you. And 50. Nice work. And 1.1. At 1.1 this side of the room. Off to a slow start, I have to say. 1.1. Up against the glass there. And no longer your bid, Amanda. First call at $1.1 million. Feel free to get into the mix here, folks. Second call at 1.1. 25 now. And 50. On top? No? Okay. Yep, I read your face there. 150. Paid to be an optimist at 150 and 75 I have, and 1.2, no surprises there. At 1.2 the call. Going once at 1,200,000. 25 and 50 at 1.25 now after 40 years. This is a home that is full of joy, bidders and buyers. You'll feel that. Whether you are selling to new homeowners, whether you are putting tenants in this address, whether you are moving in yourself at 1, 2 and 75. I think happiness awaits, ladies and gentlemen, at 1, 2 and 75. Can I say 1.3, Ben? 1.3, sure can. No longer your bid. Amanda, first time at 1.3. Are we just on the telephone, sir? Go on, get in the mix. First call at 1.3. You don't lose often, my good friend. Second call at 1.3. Third and final call. New interest is welcome. At 1.3. Is there a cheeky 5? What do you say, bidders and buyers? Take a quick pause. I'll be very quick. I'll get some instruction. Well, bidders and buyers, breaking news. I can scarcely believe it. We're on the market after 40 years. We sell away at 1.3. I will need some advice on to whom. How much there? 1 and 3 and 25. And selling, to be clear, a new chapter. Who is the author? First call at this stage, you, my good friend. Second call, fashionably late, I must say. Third and final call at 1, 3 and 25. Is there 5,000, Amanda? All done and silent. At $1,325,000, last hurrah. We enter the valley of no return. First, second, third, final call. Oh, 350. Nice to see you at 1,350,000. You wouldn't. 75. Great work. I knew you wouldn't be a one-bid wonder, sir. Is it 1.4? 80. Just the 5 on the rise there at 1, 3 and 80. 85. 90. Thanks, Grandad, for your help there. At 1, 3 and 90. Bundle of Joy arrived yesterday afternoon at 1, 3, 90. Back of the room and selling, ladies and gentlemen. 1.4 and 05. Cool, calm and collected. A new name goes on the title, bidders and buyers. Question is whose? At 1,405 against you. Can I say 1, 4 and 10, sir? 1, 4 and 10? 15. Now, it is Studentville, sir. Maybe 420, a suitable price. What do you say? At 415 at the back of the room, but in the box seat here, I sell away. Our job is to manage, mitigate your regret, my friend. No going back when the hammer falls. At this stage, gentleman's bid is there 2.5. First call, second call, third and final call. Are you certain, sir? I think you've got the chocolates, unless there is a final lunge at 1, 4 and 15. It goes. It is going. It is not 8 bids. It is gone and sold. Back in the room. Thank you so much to our sellers, to the family, all of the very best. Thanks for working with Marie and Holmwood. To our purchaser, congratulations. Back with you very soon.
Shiny lights and purple sky, everything's so bright. 기다려왔어 지금이야. Turn off your phone and off your mind. Look at you so bright. 멈출 수 없어 지금이야. Oh, I'll take you to the moon. Come on up, enjoy your ride. Oh, I'll take you to the moon. Just be ready to enjoy your night. Oh, baby, it's right now. You don't wanna waste this time. 어디든지 가줄게. Yeah, I wanna would can't stop. 이리 와 찍어줘. I'll take you to the moon.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on to our next auction, which is 105A Aorangi Road in Brynwer. Cindy Lee St Clair and her team from our Mayorova office has been in charge of bringing this property. Another fantastic property you bring into our auction rooms, Cindy. A very warm welcome to our owners. I must commend you on how beautifully presented you had your home to take to the market. To the contract I take you, the property is more formally described as a cross-lease freehold title. It's got half a share in 1,750 square metres, certificate of title 1011255, and settlement date is set down for the 7th of August 2026, unless you're working to a pre-arranged date. Well, I had the pleasure of viewing this wonderful home on Saturday. I was just so impressed from the moment I arrived. You look at that nice long driveway. It's got beautiful landscaping down the side. I had my 6-year-old daughter who was with me, and she said, "Mum, you have to buy this house," because she said this will be the coolest drive to do lots of scootering on. Step inside those gates and you're welcomed into your own private oasis. It was incredibly peaceful, incredibly sunny. This home was is positioned perfectly to capture that all-day sun. I love that large big hedge that's got the magnolia trees in the middle. You've got lots of nice roses there. It's such a nice setting, the outdoor area. Inside, the presentation is immaculate. The designer kitchen, that's the heart of the home. It flows effortlessly through to the dining and the living area, complete with that cosy gas fire, and you've got a heat pump as well. This home is just made for entertaining. I love that you've got doors opening off all the living rooms to the outdoor areas. There's 3 outdoor areas to choose from. I can imagine lots of nice long lunches, rosés on the deck, and then finish the day off in the spa under the fairy lights. 3 generous bedrooms, and that master's got the doors opening out to the deck as well. As I was walking through, I said to Cindy, "How old is this home?" I was expecting her to say a couple of years old, but it was born in the 1950s, and it absolutely is a stunning home, so an absolute amazing renovation over the years. Situated in the Burnside High Zone, which really underpins the value here. Well, I've gone on a bit, Cindy, but this is going to be a lovely... she says yes, you have. I do like to talk, that's why I'm an auctioneer. But anyway, it is a wonderful home and it needs a new family, so I look for your opening bid, ladies and gentlemen. Who would like to start me away at 105A Aorangi Road? I stunned you, didn't I? Now's your time to talk. Is there 900,000? Somewhere easy to start at 900? At 900, if you don't, I'll go first then. At 900,000, Burnside High Zone. All right then, I'll go first on a vendor bid, ladies first. It's not a silent auction. At 900,000 on a vendor bid, who goes next? Perhaps 950 would be the place to go. At 900,000, you surprised me, ladies and gentlemen, immaculate inside. 950, welcome and good luck today. At 950,000, wonderful opportunity here at 950. Is there 975 perhaps? Travelling 25's nice and easy. But at 950, I've got one bidder so far. First call, second call at 950, third and final call at 950. Doesn't look like there are any other bidders here. I'm not going to vendor bid against you. You appear to be the only bidders, so I'm going to pause the auction. We'll go into negotiations and try and get you there. If there is a change of mind in the room, please let one of us know. The auction is paused at 950,000, and we'll be back with you shortly.
Atamarie, good morning. If I could have your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before I go to our next property, I'd just like to point out Lynn Cawthorne and Emily to my left here. Ladies, give us a wave. They're from our property management team. They manage about 1,800 rentals across Christchurch. So if you'd like any updates about what's happening in the rental market, what's available, what's most sought after and desirable, please come and tap these ladies on the shoulder. They're happy to have a chat to you, share their wisdom about what is in need, and they're good for a coffee and a muffin with that conversation too. So at the very least, pretend that you need to know about those things. Now, this next property, there was much discussion on the name and the pronunciation. Levine, Levinge, Livin Levita Loca, all of the above. But the main thing is once you own it, you can pronounce it how you like. I believe Levinge, though, is what we're going with today, Shah. So good luck to our owners here today. Now, the property itself, more formally described as an estate in freehold, comprised of 753 square metres, more or less, all contained and described on that record of title that Ash and Shah have made available to you during the campaign. Settlement that is proposed for Friday, the 28th of August 2026, or any other date mutually agreed in writing with our owners already. The list of chattels, that remains impressive and long. I do note there are some chattels highlighted that will be passed to you in an as-is, whereas condition, but that all remains unchanged, as you've seen over the last few weeks. Now, I do take it if you bid today that you have read and accepted further terms 23 through to 27 of the contract. I know Shah and Ash have been very busy here, very happy, so good luck to you. Good luck to our owners here today. Now, travelling up to this property is a quiet lane up to it. I noticed a lot of very house-proud neighbours planting beautiful trees, welcoming me in. They didn't know who I was, but they were just giving me a friendly wave, and that's the vibe of the neighbourhood. When you get to this home, though, you've got automatic gate, that secure fencing, a little bit of off-street parking for you and your guests, and then you start getting charmed straight away by this home. A lit boardwalk leads you up to the entryway of the home. Inside that foyer, skylight overhead, and you're greeted with a beautiful water feature straight through the doorway, just sort of calming you and relaxing that you're going to be very happy in this home. And then a step down takes you into the living area. It's absolutely mammoth, oversized living area. You've got the study off to the side, the kitchen once again beautifully lit by that skylight overhead, the scullery, almost a second kitchen with the size of it out the back. You've got large laundry, you've got 2 and a bit garaging, Shah, that's how I'd refer to it, just that little bit extra that makes the difference for storage, for access, and then obviously you can go out the rear door of the garage for trailer or boat, depending on what you need to store. The main bedroom, once again, delivering on size. It's spacious, walk-in wardrobe, tiled ensuite doors out to that oversized entertaining deck. And then there's the other end of the house. You've got the family wing, you've got the second living area, you've got those 4 bedrooms for your guests. It's fully ducted, you've got fully ducted heating, you've got a pellet fire. This home just over-delivers on everything that you and your family need. So let's get going. I'll start things with a vendor bid of 900,000. Perhaps from here, 50,000 might be the next move, but 900,000 on a vendor bid with me in Linden Grove, Holmwood. I've stunned you. You're thinking about the giant scullery, what you can do in there, what you can cook. 950. Heard it but didn't see it. Sir, welcome in, team. I could see you very happily ensconced in this beautiful home at 950. Shall we say $1 million from here, team? Good luck today at 950. Ash with somebody on the phone and the $1 million. Very good. Sir, do we come straight back? Do we do a 50 on the rise? $1,050,000. Very good. Without hesitation, sir, I think this might be the home for you today at $1,050,000. Ash, 1.1 is my suggestion for the next step. But at $1,050,000, the conversation is here to my left. Heard it once again. Was that you, sir? 1.1. Welcome into good luck today at 1.1. It's now your turn, sir, if you so wish. Do you want to go 1,150? I heard you can go, so you don't have to be too polite. 1,150,000. Thank you. Ash, do you go 1.2? But sir, look to you as well at 1,150 to my left. 1.2, welcome into the race. 4 bidders, desirable location here at 1.2. Good luck today, sir, at 1.2. Is it 1,250, 1 in the quarter, sir? At 1.2 for the first time. 1,250, 50 on the rise at 1 1/4. Sir is at 1.3, at 1,250 over here. What do we say? At 1,250, happy to work and say a 20, sir, if that welcomes you back in. At 1,250, first time. Second opportunity. Third call, even for say 10,000. Anybody back in the race? Otherwise I pause here at 1,250,000. 1,255, 5,000 on top. Fifth bidder, sir, good luck today at 1,255. It's against you now, Ash. 1,256, 1,000 on top. 1,260, shall we, team? At 1,256 on the wall. Even for 1,000. Can't come just bid once, team. You're only just getting started. At 1,256. What do we say? First time then at 1,256. I warn the room. 1,257. Maybe the best $1,000 you've ever spent at 1,257.
Dan, we're on the market.
Thank you so much. I sell away, team. That $1,000 has made the difference at 1,257. 1,260, 3,000 on the rise at 1,260. At 1,260, I sell here. Everything else was warm-up, team. It's real now. I decide who's taking the keys, who gets to decide the pronunciation of the street. At 1,260, I sell away unless I see another $1,000. Second opportunity. Third, final warning to the room. Even for 1,000, sir. Are you phoning a friend, just asking for that extra 1,000, just checking in? Otherwise, I sell. It's going. It's going. Sold. Congratulations, Ash, to your buyer on the phone at 1,260,000. A wonderful campaign by Ash and Shah Sutherland Todd once again. Congratulations to my former owners and my new owners. We'll be back with you shortly to take you to Spraydon.
Right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on to our next auction. Silence in the court. 196 Selwyn Street in Spraydon. It has been brought to the market by our wonderful, Sharan. I was going to say your last name, Ranhawa, isn't it? Sharan Ranhawa. He's from a Mayoralville office. He's done a wonderful campaign here. Very warm welcome to our owner. Lovely to meet you yesterday. And you've done a lovely renovation there. To the contract I take you, the property is more formally described as a freehold parcel, 612 square metres more or less, on certificate of title CB 47570. Settlement date, well, that's set down for the 20th of August 2026, and the chattels remain the same as per the contract. Well, I visited this property on Sunday. It was a very busy open home, which doesn't surprise me, as this is such a popular area of Christchurch to live in. You've got the Christchurch South Intermediate School just moments away, and you're zoned for Cashmere High, which really underpins the value here. Inside, it was light and bright. It's had a fresh lick of paint. Go through that kitchen area. It's all modern there with the black and white theme. It goes through to that separate living area where you've got a heat pump was there. It was nice and cosy. Two really good-sized bedrooms in there with big wardrobes, and then you've got that third bedroom as well, which could be set up as a small bedroom or another living area or an office perhaps. One of the biggest draw cards here in this location is he's so close to everything. 10 minutes to everything, 10 minutes to the CBD, 10 minutes to Barrington Mall, and you've got those shops down the road as well. You've got the Port Hills playground. Great sized backyard there for the kids and the pets to play. You could even play some backyard cricket there. Good investment here, good first home, and it's zoned MRZ land, so perfect one to the land bank as well. So with all that said, we look for a new owner at 196 Selwyn Street. Does someone want to start me away with an opening bid? A little bit more than that. Opening bid at 196 Selwyn Street. Is there 550 perhaps? Somewhere nice and easy to start. There we are at the back. Good luck, ma'am. At 550,000, we're away now. Let's travel in 25s. Is there 575 perhaps? At 550,000 down the back. First call. Second call. Third and final call at 550. 575. Are you together? No, I wasn't sure. You're bidding against each other. At 5, welcome in, sir. Good luck. At 575, you'll take me to 600, I'm sure. At 575, two in the race at this stage. At 575, first call. Looking for 6 now. Second call at 575. Will you take me to that 600 now? Any other bidders at 575? Third call. 600, welcome in, good luck down the back at 600,000. At 600, 625, can I say? 625 now on the nod. 3 in the race, right next to the intermediate at 625 over here, at 625, 650. At 625, that's the bid to beat. Will you take me through to 650? Yes? Was that a nod? At 625, first call. Second call at 625. 650, welcome back in at 650. 675. At 650 down the back there. First call. Close to the Port Hills. Fantastic investment here. 675. Back in the front at 675,000. 675, can I say 700? At 675. Fresh liquor paint inside, lovely modern kitchen. First call, second time at 675. 700, welcome back in, good bid there, 25,000 on top. At 700,000, another 25 for you. Don't shake your head that way, we go this way. Back to open homes, you gotta take your shoes off all the time, it's such a pain. At 700,000 down the back, will you give me a 20 perhaps? At 700, first call, I'll take a 10 then. 10,000. Take a 10. What about my other bidder there? I haven't forgotten about you. At 700,000. Will you take a, I'll even take a 5. Absolutely sure. At 700,000, the bid's with you down the back. I'll call it away 3 times. If I don't have any other bids, I'll pause the auction. First call at 700. Second time. Last chance. Absolutely sure. For $5,000. It's a coffee in Maryvale. It's 700,000. Third call. All right. Look, I'm not quite at a level I can sell. We'll pause the auction. We'll go into negotiations. The auction is still open and live if you have a change of mind. We're paused at 700,000. Thank you.
Kia ora, good morning ladies and gentlemen. If I could have your attention please, I happily take you now to 1 Somerville Crescent in Aidenfield, brought to the market by Lucy Zhao from our Island 2 office here. The property itself more formally described as an estate in freehold, comprised of 549 square metres more or less on lot 634, deposited plan 408275, all contained and described on that record of title that Lucy has made available to you during the campaign. Settlement that's proposed for Friday the 7th of August 2026 or any other date mutually agreed in writing with our owners. The list of chattels, that remains unchanged. I do take it if you bid today you have read and accepted further terms 23 through to 29 of the contract. Now travelling here you go down a tree-lined street on the way in, and I just noticed the family nature of the neighbourhood. There was kids biking past, there was couples out walking dogs. It just had that lovely full family neighbourhood going on. You've got the modern driveway and paths here to welcome you, and you've got lush carpet underfoot once you're inside. You've got that large formal lounge to your right. The main living area, it's spacious, it's open with room for seating and lounging. The dark cabinetry, that black bench top are stylish and plentiful. You've got 4 bedrooms total here, with that main bedroom having the access to the garden, large walk-in wardrobe and that tiled ensuite. You've got a lot of extras here, the all-important things that you want to hear: double glazing, extra deep garage, large bathrooms, wide hallways. This home is really spacious. And I just noticed I've thought about all the wee extras here. The east side, that's been hedged for your privacy with a concrete path right along the back, so you've got full access right around the house. So I throw it open for your interest. Happily get things underway on a vendor bid at 850,000. My suggestion from here, 50,000 to take me to 900, but at 850 for the first time. Second opportunity in Aidenfield, third and final. I don't hesitate, Lucy, 900 with me on a vendor bid. 950 is what I seek. At 900,000, a lot of home, very spacious for the whole family here. Once, twice, third time, 900 with me on a vendor bid. I don't hesitate once again to go 950. 950 at this point, happy to take a 20. Otherwise, I pass the property in, and Lucy, we get on the phone to the conditional parties that are waiting. They'll be very happy to see your name popping up on their phone. but at 9:50 I passed the property in. Right, the property is now passed in, but I'm happy to announce an asking price to get the next stage of the campaign underway. That is an asking price of $1,060,000. There's a lot of home here in Aidenfield ready for you to move in and enjoy. Lucy, there'll be open homes up on the website this afternoon for this weekend. Get in touch with Lucy to have a look through, but now priced at $1,060,000. Right, and we'll be back with you shortly to take you to Tomes Road. Atamarie, good morning. If I could have your attention, please. Thank you so much. Now, we're just going to slightly move ahead in the order. We will be back to Tomes Road shortly, but for now I'm going to take you to 5 Torless Place in Castle Hill, brought to the market by Paul and Deb Nichols, the so-called retired agents who I just keep seeing more and more in the auction rooms. Now, the property itself, more formally described as an estate in freehold, comprised of 498 square metres, more or less, all contained and described in the record of title that Paul and Deb have provided to you throughout the campaign. The settlement that's proposed for Thursday, the 20th of August 2026, or any other date mutually agreed in writing with our owners already. The list of chattels, that remains unchanged, and I take it if you bid today that you have read and accepted further terms 23 to 25 of the contract. Now this home, this was one of the original homes in the Castle Hill community, built in the 80s. It's got natural tone cladding, you've got that open plan living, you've got a view out across the reserve, so you won't lose that with any further developments in the area, and right, you can see right across to the Torless range, obviously your namesake street here. You've got a north-facing, north-northwest facing bay window, and you look out there to the Craigieburn range. I quite happily sat there with Paul. It was quite romantic, the two of us, sitting there looking out at the Craigieburn range. I think that would be a wonderful place to sit with your loved ones on a Saturday evening when you've driven up there for the weekend, just looking out at the snow-capped peaks. Paul and Deb, when I was talking to them, they said this looks like an affordable opportunity to get yourself into Castle Hill. I think you could move in and just enjoy it as is, but there's certainly potential to zhuzh it and make it something quite special. You've got access to the village green, the basketball court, slides and swings. You've got coffee carts most weekends, and if, like me, on the way up, you'll just stop in at that Sheffield pie shop to treat you and the family. And in lockdown, Paul was telling me that Castle Hill Village had weekly deliveries degrees, I think it was, from Vino Fino and Akaroa salmon, so it doesn't sound too bad to get locked in or perhaps even snowed in up there. You've got 2 bedrooms upstairs, that chimney pipe going right through the bedrooms to get the heat upstairs. There is a lot on offer. I was very charmed and very tempted. My drive up there, I think I was there in an hour and 7 minutes from leaving town. To me, that's the perfect length of time. Leave work on a Friday and you could be up there by 6 o'clock preparing dinner and eating by 7. So there's a lot on offer here. I throw it open for your interest. Happy to start on a vendor bid if you need me to, but you can name a price you'd like to have a conversation at to get yourself into Castle Hill. Right, well, I'll get underway then on a vendor bid at 540,000. Where to from there, sir? Where would you like to go from there? 545. Oh, sir, you're being mean to me with just 5,000 on top, but it will at least get you into conversation with our owners. I know they're serious to sell today. So at 545, if I don't see any further bidding, I'll simply pause there, but we may reach an agreement outside the room at 545. The auction is open, but now pause, sir. Let's find some space. Let's see if we can get you the keys here, and we'll be back with you shortly to take you back to Tomes Road.
All right, bidders and buyers, if I could have your attention, please. Thanks very much for your patience. Just ironing out a few details. It gives me great pleasure to introduce 79 Tomes Road in St Albans, brought to the market by the Hamptons. Catherine Hampton, Peter Hampton from our St Albans office. We like to say feel at home with the Hamptons. Ladies and gentlemen, you certainly will feel at home here at number 79 Tomes Road. It is a freehold title. 774 square metres of very valuable land, and settlement date the 4th of September 2026. You might be working to a pre-agreed date. The documentation provided, a tome in and of itself, you will have reviewed it, pored over it, and you bid today on the basis that you've read and understood the further terms of the agreement and signed the purchaser acknowledgement form. Now that treehouse, I'm not sure if that is compliant, Catherine, I have to say. I didn't spot any documentation for it, but it does hint at some of the laughter, some of the joy, the very happy memories that have been made in that very sunny back garden, and certainly in this character abode after 24 years of very happy memories. A new chapter is booked. Our owners are not going very far. They just want to be a bit closer to Avino and McDonald's. And so, look, they are advocates for this location. We know how good this community is. The school zoning inside the floor plan is sublime. It's been beautifully modernised throughout that stylish kitchen. I just love the indoor-outdoor flow. You've got absolute privacy here at this address. There is some bonus firewood, I know, because I saw them loading it into the firewood storage. That'll be to your benefit, bidders and buyers. Maybe that means an extra bid today. I've just got to tell you, this really feels like home. It's got a family atmosphere. Maybe your vision means redevelopment for this parcel. That certainly does underpin your value. Whether you do something about it now or sometime in the future, that's up to you, bidders and buyers. But let's identify the new owner at number 79 Tomes Road. Thank you, Catherine. And let's get underway, bidders and buyers. I look for an opening bid or offer. Where do we say go? Where was that? 1.1. And 50 on it, 1,150. 1,150 and 80 I heard, or again, or 1.2. 1.2 there, Riley Malzard, my licensed colleague at 1.2. Bids against you there, my friend, at 1,200,000. Going once at 1.2. 25. And 25 now at 1, 2 and 25. 1, 2 and 25 the call. Your voice is nicer than mine, just keep bidding. 1, 2, 25. First time at 1,225,000. Second call at 1.225. Third and final call at $1,225,000. Any better bid? Any better offer? Would you give me 5,000 there, my good man? What do you say? All right, I'm going to take a quick pause. Won't be long. Need to take some instructions. Be back very, very soon. Is there any advance at 1,225,000? If there is not, we pause. We have a conversation with these buyers, offer them an opportunity. First call at 1,225,000. 5,000 puts you back in the conversation. Second call at 1,225,000. A good bid's a quick bid. Third and final call. Madam, you've got to be careful. I thought you were bidding. You were off to Tomes Road. At 1,225, any better bid? All right, Riley, you and your good friend there, let's have a conversation in private. Offer you the courtesy. Ladies and gentlemen, auction is open. If there is any change, let the team know. We'll convey to our owners.
Atamarie, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. If I could once again regain your attention, I take you back to 5 Torres Place in Castle Hill. We paused some time ago on a live bid of 545,000. Sir, there's been an increase in the bid to 590. Can I confirm? Wonderful, thank you. And Paul, on behalf of the owners, I'm right to say we're on the market in 590, unless I see further bidding for $1,000. First time, second opportunity, third final call at 590. Well, I'm happy to say it's going. Sold. Congratulations, sir. Thank you for your patience, sir. Very good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our next auction, which is 17 Aotearoa Terrace in Huntsbury. Liz O'Neill and her team from our Mayor office has been in charge of bringing this property to the market. And Liz, you've done an absolute superb job. A very warm welcome to our owners. I must commend you on what a stunning renovation you have done with this home. It is very impressive. To the contract, I take you, the property is more formally described as a freehold parcel, 1,165 square metres, more or less, on certificate of title CB23K87. Now, settlement date, that's set down for the 6th of August 2026, unless you're working to a pre-arranged date, and the channels remain the same as per the contract. Well, where do I start with this property? There is just so much to offer here. Tucked down the end of the driveway, it's wonderfully private, and the moment you walk inside, you're just like, this is such a cool house. The kitchen is stunning, it's spacious, it's beautifully designed and flows effortlessly through to that dining and living area. I absolutely love that little bar area. I could just imagine shaking the martinis there when entertaining friends. The living spaces there all flow nicely together. You've got the cosy log burner as well. I love that room at the top of the spiral staircase. I had my daughter with me when we were there. She went straight to the top and she thought she was in a princess castle. Separate living area as well. Downstairs it's dedicated to living, really good sized bedrooms. The master bedroom that opens up to the spa area. What a lovely way to end the day. Step outside and this is where all the fun begins. Picture summer afternoon sitting here around the pool, family barbecues on the deck, evenings soaking up the spa. It just doesn't get better than this. You really will feel like you're living on holiday. When I was standing there in Huntsbury at the open home, I just can see why people love this area. It's so peaceful. You're so close to the Port Hills playground. It's Cashmere High Zone. It's just such a lovely area. We don't get many properties in Huntsbury because when they move to Huntsbury, they stay in Huntsbury. So this wonderful home needs a new family. So I look for your opening bid, ladies and gentlemen. Someone want to start me away? And away they go. Someone want to be brave? This is your time to start. $1 million, somewhere to start, nice and easy. Is there $1 million? Oh, good on you, thank God for that, I salute you. At $1 million, there we are. Good luck today, sir, at $1 million. Who goes next? 225s, make it nice and easy. $1 million down the middle there. First call, looking for 1,025,000. Second call, Cashmere High Zone. Third call at 1 million. Well, I'm going to do 1,025,000 on a vendor bid. Invite you back at 1,050,000. At 1,025,000 is the bid to beat. Would you come back at 1,050,000? If you are the only bidder, we can pause and have a conversation. But I'll need you to increase that to 1,050,000. Definitely not for sale at that level. At 1,025,000 is the bid to beat. First? I'll go on at 150. 150, great. All right, we'll increase that to 1,050,000. Last chance, ladies and gentlemen, otherwise I will pause the auction. So we're at 1,050,000. First, second, third. All right, don't appear to have any other bidders here. We'll pause the auction at 1,050,000 and we will try and get you there. The auction is still open and live, ladies and gentlemen, so if you have a change of heart, please let us know. Thank you.
All right, brothers and buyers, if I could have your attention, please. I turn your attention actually back to 9 Tomes Road in St Albans. A lengthy discussion outside of the room, plenty of interest in this fabulous character home, varying terms and conditions. And so we're just ironing out some admin. One thing is certain and was certain from the word go, these are two lovely parties. You couldn't buy from nicer people, and in my view, you couldn't sell to nicer people. So under clause 2.6, our owners, after many happy years at this address, have opted to withdraw the property from auction, and at $1,235,000 to a lovely couple and their gorgeous dog Dee Dee. It goes, it's going, it is gone and sold. All the very best with your next chapter, and thanks so much to our owners for the opportunity. Oh, there you are. I knew you weren't there, but I had to look at someone. Nice to see you, and thanks so much for the opportunity, and all the very best with your next chapter. I'll see you for a pint at number 4. Well done, Hamptons.
Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. I take you back to 105A Aorangi Road. We left the lectern on a live bid of 950,000. We've had some good long negotiations outside the room. There has been an increase in that bid to 1,055,000. Where's our buyers? Can you confirm that? And at 1,055,000, under clause 2.6, the owners have exercised their right. So I'm absolutely delighted to say this property is now being sold. Congratulations. Well done, Cindy and her team. Congratulations to our new buyers. Congratulations to our vendors. We'll be back with some updates shortly. Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your patience. I take you back to 196 Selwyn Street. We left the lectern on a live bid of 700,000. We've had some good negotiations outside the room, and under clause 2.6, the owners have exercised their right, and I'm absolutely delighted to announce that the property is now being sold. Congratulations. Well done over here to our new owners. Well done, Sharan. Really great campaign. Congratulations to our owner. Exciting times ahead. We'll be back to you shortly. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. I take you back to 17 Aotea Terrace in Huntsbury. We left the lectern on a live bid of $1,050,000. We've had some discussions outside the room. Haven't quite got there, so we're going to be passing this property in at $1,050,000. So get in touch with Liz O'Neill if you are interested. There is strong conditional interest, so it would need to be by today. So it passed in at $1,050,000. Does that wrap us up for the day? It does. That wraps us up for the day. Thank you for attending our auctions. Congratulations to our purchasers and our vendors, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.